What's up, y'all? This is King Don from AllHipHop.com. Today, we're going to talk to one of the most well-known and up-and-coming names in the music industry. Philly's own Mont Brown is the newest A&R for Columbia Records, and he joins us today to talk about what a year 2020 has been so far. Mont, what's up, man?
What up, brother?
How you doing?
I'm blessed, man.
I see you on Instagram living, man. You look like you definitely look like you blessed.
Hey, man, God is good. God is everything to me, man.
I hear that. So let's get right into it, man. Like I said, 2020 has been a crazy year so far, man. And I did some research on you, and I know you coming up in Philly. I did a little bit of background work, and I know that you didn't have the easiest upbringing. Like one of your stories that I saw was that you lost your dad at a young age. Your mom was incarcerated. You had a son at 13. How did you beat all those odds that were stacked against you to not become a statistic like a lot of young black men do?
My grandma, my grandpa, my aunts, my cousins, the neighbors, and just like my whole neighborhood, man. Like the saying, like it take a village, to build a child up, man. That's how it was, man. Like my grandma, my grandpops, my grandpop, and like my aunts, man. And my cousin Queen and Pumpkin, they just held it down for the family. So I had a good support system.
Word. That's what's up, man. I remember watching you in 2013. You did a performance at the Blockley for
Yeah,
Huey. It was Cameron's show. It was you, Peso Beats, and I remember one of the standout things I remember is that you always seemed to kind of be ahead of the curve when it came to fashion. When it came to you had a band that you used that night, and that was
yeah,
kind of the first, I had seen a lot of up and coming artists using bands. Did you always have that ability to visualize and see ahead and kind of not do what everybody else was doing?
yeah. I like to consider myself a visionary. I see like what's about to happen in the next 10 years because the style that I had and I was doing around that time, people doing it now. So I've been
Right.
on that, and it's like I always think ahead. I'm always ahead of the curve. I think like that's how all the greats really do it. Just gotta be ahead of the curve.
Word. So is that would you say when it came to making that transition from artist, because every artist who raps wants to make it. They want to be that next rapper. When did you realize, okay, it was time to kind of put that aside and make your transition over to behind the scenes?
I think when I was even an artist, I was always still handling all my business. So it never was like I was doing both. Anything you
Right.
ever seen business wise, that was me like really doing it. And that's funny you say that because like a couple months ago, Meek was just asking me that, like, damn, bro, you don't be want to get back in the studio again, bro, because like you probably could really, really pull it off. I'm like, nah, I had to sacrifice because think about all the artists I was, I hope get situations was a part of their process. If I was an artist, I wouldn't have been able to, do those things. So I think it worked out. It worked out just how it was supposed to work out.
Word. So I know you've seen everything that's going on, man. I know you've seen all the protests and the George Floyd video. As a black man, how did you feel when you saw that video?
Man, I was enraged, man, because like, you look at George Floyd, man. Uh, Look, man, that could have been your dad, your uncle, your grandfather. Like he a black man. It could have been your next door neighbor, and just to see it happen, like we literally watched it with our own eyes, man. It's like, but unfortunately, it's like, man, that stuff really been going on. It's just like they just thank God for these cameras because now they can't get away with stuff like that no more. But like my heart go out to his family and everybody else, that's lost their life on that type of time, man. It's like it's ruthless, man. It's so corrupt. It's crazy.
Word. Have you ever had any situations or run-ins with police growing up?
Yeah, but like for me, like if I get pulled over or something like that, I don't even got no rap. Like I just gave my ticket. Just gave my ticket. I don't even want to know what I did wrong, bro. Just gave my ticket and that's that. So that's how I handle my situation. When I get pulled over, just give me my ticket because I'm the odds are already against me.
Right.
I'm black. I'm tatted. Nah, give me my ticket. I go by my way, man. I ain't got no rat.
Right. That actually was my next question. Like, as a man you do so much, you're involved with the city of Philly. You're A&R, but a music executive, but you're also a young black man that's tatted. You dress a certain way, so somebody who doesn't know you is easily just. Do you ever feel like uneasy? Like you could easily be profiled and somebody not know how important you really are.
Probably so, but probably, but it never stopped me from doing what I needed to do. So I never really felt it because like I never got no doors closed on me for that reason, unless I just say no about it. But everything I kind of like manifested, and well, anything I wanted, I manifested and it happened. So if I wasn't supposed to have it, I just wasn't supposed to have it. And plus, if somebody's gonna look at me like that, I don't even want to work with them.
Right. How do you feel about the statues and stuff that they're taking down, the Confederate flags and stuff? Is that something that you feel is just surface, or you think that's a good step for the black community?
Oh man, take all that shit down, man. Take all of it down, bro.
Facts. Facts.
Take all
Now,
of it down. It's not do
how,
every last one of them. Take them all down.
word, word.
They don't
How do we?
represent us as a people.
Right.
Take it down. Put some statues up there of Kobe Bryant, Muhammad Ali. And this ain't I love white folks. So this ain't, you know,
Of
this
course.
ain't that. We got white folks that do great things. This is about having these statues up of guys that was having our people as slaves. We don't condone that, man. It's time. It's just time, man. That shit is over, bro. It's over. It's over.
Right. How do you
We
feel
woke.
like facts? How do you feel like we can repair that relationship between the black community and the police? Because you're in the city, you work with city officials. What needs to happen for that to be better?
Um, the cops that straight. They gotta start. They gotta start pulling out. They gotta start pulling the coattail on the ones that's doing all the crooked stuff. Hey man, that ain't cool, man. Imagine if one of those cops tap tapped the cop that had his knee on Mr. Floyd neck. As hey man, get up off of him. He could have still been here, man. So they gotta check themselves.
Facts. Facts. What's the next step, man? After all this protesting and all this statues be tearing down and rioting, what do we do to make sure that this is not just a for now trend? What do we got to do to make this protest and make all these changes last?
Well, I think it's going to keep going because we're the millennials, and then you got Generation Z. We got all the energy, we got all the time. We're gonna put in all the efforts. We're gonna do all the research. So we're gonna get it right. And a lot of the millennials that are white are they they was what was happening back in the day. They not with that no more. Like, well, they never was with it, but they get to see with their own eyes. Like, our grandparents is on this type time. We not condoning this. We don't condone this racist stuff. So I think we on the good. We on, bro. Like, look what he did. The whole world came together, not just Minnesota,
Right.
Philadelphia, Chicago, Detroit. Every state and is in other countries now. So it's like we're really standing up as one, as a unit, and that's what we need: unity.
Word, man, word. So how does this new civil rights movement, how does that trickle down to the music industry and how you move with your artists? Because as a person who leads a lot of black men, how do you teach them how to move? Is there a difference now? Do we do stuff different as a people in the music industry?
Yeah, just having the talks with the labels, man, and just like building that dialogue on how we could get more involved in community efforts and charity work, and the artists getting behind these artists, whatever cities or communities they from. Let's find out what their community need, so we could, as the music heads, let's try to figure out how we can, get in, help where we can, because you can't save the world, but we could do our job and put the next generation in the right direction to carry on what we build. All we can just do is try to help, the situation.
Word. Word. So let's shift gears a little bit, man. Let's go. I want to talk about one of the guys, and that's part of your team that's really doing a lot, SimXSantana. Let's talk about how you met him and how, what was it about SimXSantana that really drew you to him and made you know he was a star?
So his mom grew up with my mom. They was like childhood friends. So she was hitting me up like, yo, my son. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I really wasn't even like on the music thing. I was doing fashion. But she was real consistent, man. Mom, she was really consistent with it. So then I got on the phone with Sim. He like, I just need a shot. And I'm like, all right, man. We did a verbal agreement. Like, man, let's rock out. I met up with him. He had a show at the TLA in Philly, killed it Friday. I told him we went to breakfast Sunday. I said, yo, Monday we're gonna go to New York and we ain't gonna leave until we get a deal. Thursday we signed with Columbia Records, man. It was just he was
Wow.
hungry. My partner Kayan seen he was hungry. My partner Quizzy seen he was hungry. It's like he's special. His voice, even his tone is like real unique. So it's like, no, he got something, and he just a kid that's he just want to learn. So, a kid like that just want to learn the game, and it's like you can't go wrong.
Facts. Facts. So when you finally became, give me a little background story on how you connected with Columbia in the first place and how you have now moved it. Did it start with the SimXSantana signing and then you built your relationship with Columbia? How did you end up becoming the A&R?
I think I think I already did a lot of footwork just in the music industry period, so people knew who I was, and then with the Sim situation, it made sense. But it was other labels. It was already other labels like trying to get me the A&R for their label, and I even was talking to Meek about it. It was a couple labels. Shit, Motown, not was it Motown? Capital. It was Capital Records. Hollered at Meek, and I was spending a lot of time in New York, man. And shout out to my big bro Nigel, um, over there, Alamo. Nigel, you know, he got relationships with folks at Columbia. My big bro Tubby was just like, yo, this kid Mont Brown from Philly, he had Columbia already with Sim, and the people over Columbia, it's family. Felicia, Imran, Ron Perry, Chelsea, Lou, Sierra. It was just family, man. So I already built that rapport with them. So it's like, oh, you about to be an A&R, you taking other meetings, might as well stay home, stay with the family. And shout out to my mentor Sean Holiday Tubby, man. Like, he brought me in, he believed in me, and I'm here now.
Facts, man. So what do you think is next for Sin Santana? When do we have an album coming out? Do we got another mixtape coming out? What's going on with his career?
Yeah, man, the pandemic kind of like threw a monkey wrench in the game because we was gonna put the album out. So, but it's cool, it's a method to the madness. So he went back, he back in the lab preparing the album. So it's like, it's cool. Actually, like get some time to rearrange stuff, get certain artists on new records. So it kind of worked out like real good.
As an A&R, how do you now navigate with the coronavirus? How do you think it's going to actually change the music industry since people aren't really able to perform right now?
Yeah, man, for the artists and the tour managers, it definitely kind of put threw a monkey wrench in the game. But now I think it's like it's it's cool to it's not cool at all. But for the artists, it's like, all right, well, cool. Let me just stack up on all my songs. Let me just build a whole bunch of content. So when it's time for my project or whatever to come out, I'll be 10 steps ahead of the game.
Right. How
So
do you think it's
it's
good?
like that's like the only way you can really look at it.
Right. How do you think it's gonna? Do you think this is gonna have like a long lasting effect on the game from this point forward? Especially like when I say that, I mean like digitally, like dealing with your interaction with fans on Instagram and live performances on internet. How do you think that's gonna change moving forward?
I think it's gonna be around. I think now is just like you're gonna be able to really like before you can like touch your fans, talk to your fans, but now like with the Zoom and different other platforms, it's like man, you really can just get busy online. You can have virtual meetings. It's so much now that we wasn't doing Zooms before. So now it's like, oh, all right, well, I can't make this meeting, then I can make the Zoom. Or it's so much stuff that opened up since the whole Corona. It's just like, man, you just gotta figure out what you need to take advantage of, the times that we in.
Facts, facts. So, is there any artists out of Philly currently that you got your eye on? What do you think? Do you think that your job will open up more opportunities for local artists?
Yeah, man. D4M, they out of West Philly. Tour from West Philly. Leaf Ward is a Lil Nah. There's a lot of hot rappers from Philly. I got an artist named Lil Ro. He hot. Lil Bake. There's a lot of hot artists, man. I'm trying to kick the door down.
Word, man. You gotta let that trickle over to the Delaware area too, man.
I love Delaware. You already know. Bro. Like, love Delaware. Our artist K Live from Delaware. D-Lo K Live. DJ.
Yes, sir.
So we signed him to us. So you know what it is. Like, we love Delaware. That's Delaware like our cousins. We good.
Facts, facts. So, with all the tattoos that you got, man, is there any specific tattoo that's like special to you if you could pick one?
Yeah, I got my grandma passed away. Like, she the one that raised me. And the back of my head, I got her face. That's my favorite tattoo. Because, like, she
Wow.
always with me no matter what. So,
Wow. How long did it take to get that done?
I knocked it out like the one session. Like, knocked it
Oh,
right
okay.
out.
Facts, facts.
I don't like doing that. Like, yo, I'm gonna get half this tattoo done and come back tomorrow. Nah, just let me get all the pain, get it over with, so I can dip.
Word, word. Are you running out of room? You got any more tattoos you want to get?
Yeah, I my whole back, a couple spots on my leg, my chest, my stomach. I still got space, a lot of space. For me, I just don't get anything. I gotta know like the exact thing I'm getting. I'm just not gonna go in there and freestyle with my body. Like, I don't do that.
How do you do that? You have somebody draw it out for you, sketch it out. You got like an artist.
Yeah, Scorp the boy from Southwest, my God.
Facts, facts, man. Well, I appreciate the time. My last question for you is really, the outlook and what you got going on the rest of the year. What's 2020 look like for the rest of the year, and how do we move forward? When it comes to what you got going on, music. Just tell everybody what they need to look out for.
Lil Vont, artist from Louisiana. I'm about to kick the door down for him. Columbia Records, Lil Vont, man. Trill Vont from Louisiana. We pushing Columbia, the label, man. 504 and SimXSantana, Polo G, Lil TJ. Yeah, that's how we coming, bro. Like, Columbia, we got the way right now, man. So just trying to push the culture forward with that good, fresh, young music.
Facts, man. I appreciate your time. Mont Brown out of Philly, doing big things out in LA now, stunting on them in the Lambo, doing all type of stuff, man. I appreciate your time, bro.
All love, bro.